Yep, but then you got Justin Tucker, basically the automatic kicker for the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many points. I don't know how many points he's going to get, considering the Ravens been finishing plays in the red zone. So
I know, man.
As great as Tucker is, you're probably going to have to reconsider how we're replacing him. Don't get me wrong, he's a great kicker, but if the Ravens are always finishing with either a rushing touchdown or a passing touchdown, there's really not left for Tucker to basically get.
It is, but it's just I don't want to. They're going up against. I don't know. They're going up against a Cleveland a defense. It's not that tough a defense, but I'm just like, I think Cleveland defense is probably going to stop them a couple of times and force them to kick a field goal. I expect at least 2 or 3. All I want is really 2 field goals, and then the touchdown, he'll get a good 4 or 5 extra points from that. So I just need 2 field goals from him, really.
Yeah, I hear you. The only thing I could really basically say about that is, well, they killed the Rams the last time that they played against the most recent good defense. So you're going to have to keep that in mind. But nonetheless, Justin Tucker's a great kicker. But if you expect him to get more than 12 points from him, you probably have to think a little bit lower than that.
True.
But nonetheless, your squad is pretty solid as of right now. If you're going to make any changes, just only make the ones that's going to make sense matchup-wise. That's all I would say.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Now we're going to go ahead and go to Wesley's team. As of right now, Watson and Hopkins is not looking too good, even though it is halftime. Any thoughts on that?
Hey, I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to talk about that. Listen, if they can combine to give me 25 points, I'll be okay.
Ooh,
I'll be okay.
His expectation went down.
It did go down.
30, now he's saying 25.
I'm saying 25. Listen, let's have a big second half. But this first half has been a dud.
They definitely can have a bigger second half.
So a bigger second half, I would like it a lot better. But as it is right now, I'm not liking what I'm seeing.
They're gonna change it up. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect them to go tied and going into the second.
Score's gonna go up. Score's gonna go up. All I need is one touchdown to Hopkins, and that's already 10 points right there. So
there you go.
I'm not too worried, but it's like, look, y'all got to pick up the pace. But the reason why I'm not too concerned is, Tampa Bay is a high-scoring team. They have an offense that will move the ball. So let's see how the second half goes.
Yeah,
right now.
I remember it is Saturday. None of them are used to playing Saturday, so that might throw them off a little bit.
Yeah, so second half they get going? So second half they'll get going?
Nah, second half is going to be the same thing because it's still Saturday.
Yeah, as long as Garoppolo and Emmanuel Sanders do nothing, I love it then. I love it then, but we'll see.
Yeah, and considering it is halftime and they are tied up at 17 all, somebody's going to have to pick it up on both sides. Winston is also throwing interceptions, so I expect both teams to start putting up points.
Yeah.
So
we'll get it right. Don't worry, we'll get it right. We'll get it right. We're gonna right the ship. We're gonna right the ship in the second half.
Yeah, we will.
As well they should. Going into Mark Ingram, going against Cleveland's defense, I do expect Ingram to put up some points. He has been your workhorse running back this season.
Yes, indeed.
So going against Cleveland this week, what is your expectations for Ingram?
Taking a knee, I lose points. All right.
You lose like 1 yard, right? Or 2 yards?
A yard.
A yard.
As far as Mark Ingram, honestly, double digits. There's really not much I can say about Mark Ingram. He'll get double digits, whether it be 10 points, 15, 20, whatever the case may be. They're a heavy run team, and he has a knack of falling to the end zone, so not much to say about Mark Ingram, but his season in general has kind of spoke for himself.
Agreed. And to be honest, the only competition that he really has is Lamar Jackson. So
exactly,
I wouldn't be too worried because they know how to share.
Exactly. So not worried.
All right.
at all.
To me, the biggest surprise as of recent has been Raheem Mostert basically taking the starting role from Tevin Coleman.
Yeah.
Any thoughts as far as whether he'll be able to basically keep the productions compared to the last 3 weeks that he's been doing?
Breida fumbled last week. Tevin Coleman hasn't got a lot of touches in the last couple weeks. So I see a heavy dose of Mostert this game. Mostert this game. So that was my thinking process into actually starting him as my RB2.
And I do see that as well. And as you already know, I think it was about a week or two ago, Kyle Shanahan basically, well, kind of paraphrasing, it's like, well, it's kind of getting to a point where you can't really deny him at this point. He's been producing to the fact that you have to start him now. And that's basically what's been happening. He showed up against the Ravens' tough defense. And against New Orleans, he's put up, I think, more than 20 points. It was like 22. So it was like, what else does he have to prove that you have to start him?
Have to.
We already talked about Hopkins and Deshaun Watson, so we're going to go into Cortland Sutton, the receiver from SMU, going against Detroit.
Yeah.
Do you think that Drew Lock will pick it up and finally, sling the ball downfield?
He gives Sutton a lot of opportunities, but also we're talking about Detroit, and they love running man-to-man, so I see a lot of opportunities for Sutton downfield in man coverage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I saw what Tampa Bay did last week.
Yeah, Sutton is actually better in man-to-man coverage compared to zone defense, so as long as Drew Lock gives him some opportunities, he will come down with the football.
Exactly.
But my question to you is, are you more inclined to starting Cortland Sutton or Tyler Boyd?
I'm not even thinking about Boyd. Not even giving it consideration.
Okay.
I mean, it's going up against the Dolphins defense.
I know.
I'm not thinking about Boyd right now.
They have no A.J. Green or
still don't care.
Who's their quarterback? Still
any Don, and I still don't care.
Okay.
Still don't care. I don't trust. If I don't trust you, I can't play you. At this point in the season, if I don't trust you, I can't play you.
Really don't. They really don't blame you on that.
And that's all it
is. Double for Keenan Allen too.
With Keenan Allen, the thing is, I think there's more opportunities for Sutton this week than Keenan Allen. I like Allen's matchup, but I think Sutton gives me more upside this week.
I agree. Keenan Allen, he has a higher floor, but he also has a lower ceiling.
Exactly.
No, I take that back. It's actually the inverse. He has a lower floor, but a higher ceiling. But when it comes to this game, you want consistent numbers, and, well, wouldn't be mad about that.
But don't get me wrong, I do like Keenan Allen's matchup.
Where's he going to make a change?
Of course.
Oh.
Never know. It really will, based off what happens after today, he might end up making one.
He might.
Yeah. Emmanuel Sanders with the bet.
So I might. I can see Sutton getting 2 or 3 touchdowns. I do not see Keenan Allen doing that at all. But I can see Keenan.
I could agree with that.
Tyler Boyd?
No.
Okay.
And the reason why I can see where you're thinking this is because, well, what's his name? Austin Eckler has been on fire. He hasn't slowed down not one bit. So if you think about it, Austin Eckler is actually the number 1 receiver for the Chargers.
Yep.
But as far as Travis Kelce is concerned, I don't
There's
think
nothing to talk about.
Yeah, there's nothing to talk about.
That's no more tight end. There's nothing to talk about. Travis Kelce, you're starting. I don't care who you're going up against. Don't care.
He's basically foolproof at this point, so.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Nothing to talk about.
And there's a running back that I want to talk about is Miles Sanders. He's actually has been picking it up late. He has been picking it up later in his rookie season to the point where he's actually been more consistent.
Yep.
Going up against Dallas, which is the 4:25 slot time, I do expect Miles Sanders to put up some good numbers as far as getting downfield, probably getting a few catches. Any thoughts on him?
Miles Sanders, I've gotten more confident with him over the last couple of weeks. When I was comparing all the other options at flex, he's the one running back that I have on my bench that's going to have the biggest workload.
Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders. Actually, when it came down to that, it came down to, honestly, 3 players. And there were 3 players I was tossing up. It was Miles Sanders, Mostert, and Keenan Allen. Those 3, I was really trying to figure out which one of those 3 had to be left off. And for me, Keenan Allen was an odd man out, mainly because I have not gotten the upside with him all season. The high-end performance all season. He's been consistent with his numbers, around 10 points, but it's either be 13 here or like 7 here or 8 there. It's nothing over 15, nothing 20, 25. I've got none of that since I've acquired him. So I need big numbers, and Miles Sanders has shown in the last couple of weeks to put up big numbers when given the opportunity. So I gave him the nod over Keenan Allen.
Yeah, and it is kind of frustrating when you have a top-tier receiver like Keenan Allen has been producing numbers that he should be putting up. So it's kind of like every week you're considering, well, should I put him in this week because, well, he is my starting caliber receiver, but he hasn't been putting up the numbers. So
it's not even the numbers. He puts up the numbers. It's the touchdown. He hasn't got much opportunity to really get touchdowns. If you look at his numbers and he puts up, he'll give me, 80 yards, 80 to 100 yards a game, but I'm not getting touchdowns with that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. If it was a PPR league, you would be starting here with no issue.
Oh, of course. Mm-hmm. Of course. But like I said, non-PPR, so I got to do things differently.
Nice.
Of course.
That would have been 20.
All right.
Would have had 18.
New England's defense go up against Buffalo today. Any expectations as far as they'll force some turnovers like they've done last week, or will this actually be a more close-scoring game to the point where New England might not put up more than 8?
The last time they matched up,
Josh Allen now.
I mean, I know, and the last time they matched up, New England did very good for me. They were 23 points. Not going to play Buffalo. Then I was in Buffalo. Do I expect the same? No. But a couple sacks, maybe an interception here and there. They'll give up some points, but they'll be solid. I expect my defense to outscore his defense. I'll say that.
Yeah, I expect that.
I expect that. As long as I can get that, I'll be fine.
New England defense, I expect that.
I see that as well.
Yeah.
And the last one, Dan Bailey going up against Green Bay on Monday night. Now,
yeah.
As far as Dan Bailey, I find it interesting that Matt Boone is also starting in Francois' lineup. So it's going to come down to, is Minnesota going to be finishing in the red zone? And if they are, who is going to be getting the ball? So if Green Bay does give them fits to the point where they're not finishing in the red zone, Dan Bailey's going to be getting plenty of opportunities.
Yep.
But considering that most likely it probably will be snowing and that weather's going to be nasty, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be that's Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll see how things are tomorrow.
Well, considering, I always have a motto. If you have a player that's most likely going to be playing last, I'll always put him in my lineup. That's just for me.
Yeah.
Wait, you said you always put him in your lineup?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's the last opportunity to get points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it really all depends, though. But the only reason why I'm going with Dan Bailey is because their line is somewhat hurt. And anything can happen. He can go first kickoff of the game, doesn't feel right. So nah, I'm not taking any chances on a kicker who's not 100.